What's good, everybody? What's good? We are back in the place to be. It's the Can We Not podcast with your host, Evan Combest, and my two co-hosts. We have
Akai
and
Kenneth.
And yes, we are. We're back in the studio, guys. Another week, another episode. So
Episode 10 is lit.
We didn't. They said we wouldn't make it, but we did it.
We did it.
And we couldn't do it without
against all odds.
Hey,
The haters.
Tone, Jade, everybody that was there.
First of all, shout out to Tone.
Yes, and Jade.
And
Exactly.
Sky's Crescent Radio and City World Radio. They already know, providing us with the studio space to provide this hot content.
Talking
Hot fire.
So, guys, it's been a week. You know, first of all, I want to make sure we give a round of applause to Akai. It was his birthday this past week, so it's good applause for him.
Boo.
Wait.
Live applause for Akai because
No, I
it's
need my
lit.
soundboard. No, wait a minute.
There you go.
Yay.
Thank
Hey.
you. We're back.
No diggity, no doubt.
So, happy birthday. How was your birthday?
Thank you. It was great. It was great. I had a lot of friends come out and show support for a day that I don't really celebrate as much, but I do enjoy because now I see it as a point to bring people together. So
Cool.
it's good to have people over at my place.
There you go.
All right,
Your
Jaheim.
fortress of solitude.
Undisclosed location, though.
Okay, Jaheim, come
saying.
on over to my place.
If I don't make it home tonight, just know.
Relax.
Relax.
Kenneth, how was your week?
It was good. It was good. Not as good as Akai's. It wasn't my birthday this week, but, you know.
You'll get one.
You'll get one. Everybody gets one. Once a year, everybody gets one.
Oh, it wasn't my birthday.
Don't worry, little
you'll
boy.
get one.
You
I'm
can
not
be
saying
just
it like
me,
that,
little
jeez.
boy.
I'm just saying.
When you listen back, that's how you sounded.
Anyway.
But yeah, guys, we're all good.
How was your week?
weekend, man?
Oh, don't be fake.
What you talking about? You just asked us. We can't just not ask you.
Listeners,
Can
they
we
don't
not?
care. They don't care, listeners.
I ain't
I've
that.
chilled with these niggas for 5 hours. They didn't ask me
I was
once.
asleep for most of it.
That's a fact.
To be fair.
You and I were talking. Like, I asked you how you were.
No, you didn't.
I did. You kept giving me the side eye. You just wouldn't answer.
You got the side eye for a reason.
Did I?
Last week.
You guys ready to start the show?
Sure.
We're ready.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Thank you.
All right, first topic. First topic of the week, our headlining topic is Drake.
Drizzy.
Aubrey Graham, the man,
The
Drake.
myth.
Yeah, no, well, relax. I'm gonna give him all that. He's sucking him now.
Oh, damn.
But Drake, Aubrey Graham, it was there was a story out that he went on a date with this woman. Her name is Bella
Hadid.
It might be something else. I don't know if it's Hadid.
Well,
It's not.
it's not?
I don't think it's
well.
Hadid.
I think it is.
It might be something else. I don't have internet. I'm still missing my phone, guys. I don't have all my sources. But whatever her name is, she's 18 years old. He bought out a restaurant, took her out to dinner. And the internet was like, whoa, he's known her for since she was 16.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wait, what?
yeah, he's known her since she was 16, and he took her out on a date now that she's 18. And, it rose the question, to say, whoa, some people are kind of framing Drake as that's kind of pedophilish behavior. I'm not saying that because we don't know the nature of what Drake... He could have been there just congratulating her for graduating high school. We don't know.
Wow,
He
yeah.
could've took
Hey,
her
you
to-
could do it,
we
too.
don't know if there were other people there. I don't know that, so...
If you
I'm
buy
not
out a
gonna-
restaurant.
I'm not putting that on Drake. We don't know what it was for. You don't even know if there were other people there.
Okay.
It was just photographed that them two were together. Somebody had to take the picture, right?
Facts.
So there were other people there. So, I'm not putting that on Drake, but it helped me raise the question of just that scenario of let's say somebody when they're younger and underage and you wait for them to become legal and of age. Is that pedophile behavior?
That's creeper behavior.
I
wouldn't necessarily say pedophile behavior because you'd have to literally be
Hey, okay, it's about to be time.
No, I think this is just somebody just on some super creeper status watching over a new draft pick, so to speak.
And the fact that, not to say to go back on Drake's situation, because I don't think that was the case, because Drake is 30 plus years old with an 18-year-old.
Damn, yeah,
That's
he
wild.
is, yeah.
That's wild. But somebody who's older, just kind of like that, oh shit. What do you think, Kenneth?
I don't think it's pedophile behavior because if he's waiting for her to become 18, then if it's pedophile behavior, he wouldn't have waited till she was 18 to do anything. He would have just gone after her at whatever age he met her at and just did whatever he wanted. That's pedophile behavior to me. I don't think it's 100% okay. If you're taking somebody out just for dinner and no romantic entanglements involved, that doesn't seem to be as creepy, but it's still not 100% okay.
No, I'm kind of rolling with that idea because I think, like, if it would have been pedophile behavior, it would have been like, oh, she's 16. That's what's getting me off. Like,
Facts.
that would be the mind of a pedophile. Pedophiles aren't like, man, when you turn, it's kind of, it's creepy, like you said, to be like, man, when you turn 18, that's crazy.
That's gonna be crazy. What you doing?
Yeah, that's creepy.
You're going out?
I think the line that to define it under it being a pedophile is that whole like, oh, the fact that they're underage is what's getting them off and making them attracted to the person. That's the pedophile part that I would say. I don't know. I'm not a pedophile.
Neither are we.
None of us are.
We can't claim that.
I had to make sure I said that.
There you go.
Just make sure. Disclaimers. We do not.
But let's say like you meet somebody and when you under first appearance, let's say their body's a little bit more developed, so you just assume they were of age, and then you talk to them, you find out they're not of age, and now you're like, well, damn, I guess I gotta wait till they're 18.
No, hell no.
So what do?
I'm leaving. I'm out.
You just
listen.
Never talk to that person again. You already
basically.
But here's the thing.
Basically.
You already found them attractive. And then you found out they
then I can listen. Just like yes, I can unattract myself from that situation. Yes, I am a magnet, and I will. The polarity is.
Thank you.
Nah,
I needed that air.
But you have to do that. You gotta be mindful, and you gotta also be respectful of other people. You can't just impose yourself on somebody else just because you feel like they look more developed. Yeah. That's a huge misconception that we gotta like really just discriminate more against. You can't just say, hey, well, you know what, I'm gonna just go after you because of your physicality. You got to go after them because
you got to inquire. You got to find out.
You have to inquire. Yes,
you have to find out.
I mean, if you have to pull out an ID every now and again,
remember,
just be like, hey,
well, I don't know if you listeners. I don't know if you guys remember this, but like I think it might have been like 10 plus years ago from now. Remember that story with Akai when he got in trouble?
Oh yeah, with the chick on stage.
Yeah, the chick got on stage. They was doing shit. And he found out she was under 18. He was like, "How was I supposed to know?" It's the club's job to make sure people who are over 18
that is true.
In.
That is true. That is true.
I'm here thinking everybody like I'm not supposed to just sit here and ask every single person in what's your age group.
What's your age? What's your age?
When was the last time you voted?
When's the last time? Yeah, can you buy a cigarette?
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Yo, I played the lotto the other day.
Exactly.
You start asking mad, trivial 18-year-old.
You watch Insecure yet?
Yeah. We will talk about that later. But it's just, it's such a weird gray area that I think is kind of in there because it's just that 18-year-old thing. But there are people out here who date older and younger. Like, this.
It happens.
When you're older, the age gap doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what if, it's hard because I'm not trying to defend it, but I'm just trying to say because let's say like my parents are 12 years apart.
Okay.
So if I was to put them in those shoes of Drake in the other situation, they would be those exact ages, 30 and 18.
So who's Drake in the situation? Is your mom Drake?
No, my dad would be Drake.
Oh, I'm just saying who's older, who's younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would just be kind of weird to me in that
he was Drake.
That people end up dating people who might be younger than them, and when you're older, it almost doesn't matter. So it leads me to go into the next topic about dating people who are younger than you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say if we're in our mid 20s and everything. So 4 years is a big span of time for growth.
Yeah.
So let's say, have any of us ever dated somebody younger than us, or have we been the younger person in a relationship with like a 4-year gap, at least a 4-year gap in between you and the person?
Damn, I can't say that I have.
Neither can I, honestly.
Because I'm like thinking back, it's like, oh, but
he's doing quick math.
quick math. But I think the gap has been like 1 to 2 years. It hasn't been anything like,
drastic,
like, 5 years or anything like that. I don't really see it as a crazy factor because, I do want to get to know a person, and I don't judge anybody on just like their age versus maturity level. But at the same time, like, as you said, with everything as far as, developmental and all this and that, there's a lot of factors that come into play. You just got to play it by ear, really, and if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, step back. There's no shame in saying, you can't just perpetuate and say, oh, well, I mean, how you feeling in a month? See, like, when things are legal, that's creeper status. That's pedophilia status. It's like, hey, I'm just watching over you. How was school? It's terrible. You ain't got the answers. Whoa. You ain't got the, We about to, whoa. Police about to be at the do. So
okay, so I'm gonna say that I dated somebody who was younger than me.
Okay.
and they were more than 4 years younger than me, and I didn't find out to the fact of after I was interested in them. Because, like, for those of you who know me and haven't seen me, if you don't watch the videos and everything, shout out to the YouTube viewership. If you watch the YouTube videos, like, I look younger than I am.
Yeah.
I don't look my age. So what?
Why'd you look at me?
What? I just happened to
y'all look
over
at each other?
Yeah, we did.
Just like,
I was just trying to see. It's like, hey, do I look my age? But
you look older than me.
yeah, I do.
But you've always had an older face.
Thanks.
And that goes back to looking at people. Like,
all right, young guy.
They're developed.
Yes, thanks, young
Take care
guy.
of yourself.
Get back to your story, young man.
Whatever. I've dated people younger than me, and it's kind of weird because you want to date people when you look at them, you want them to kind of look in that same age range as you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why, like you said, you dated people who are within a year or two younger than you. So me, it's so tricky because I look so young.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, well, I look young. Maybe they look young. And you're like, no, they are young.
I gotta leave this situation.
Gotta run away.
Damn it, they got me again.
Damn it, Chris Hansen.
He was at the restaurant with Drake. He's like, hey, you were expecting this dinner tonight.
Chris Hansen, get out of my backyard.
Hey there, buddy.
Yeah.
He's the waiter and shit.
Like, nigga,
Take a seat.
I'm not doing it on purpose, Chris. I don't know why you keep texting me.
That's not what
Did
these DM slides said.
Did you know?
Just DM slides.
Did you know you were here meeting a 16-year-old?
No, nigga. I was here to find out. But back to my story, I did date someone who was younger than me, and I didn't find out. So after the fact that I was interested in them, they were of age and legal and everything. They were just a lot younger than me than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have spoke to me because they were so mature.
Okay.
They came off so mature that it kind of like, I just assumed, like, I didn't at that point. I kind of didn't mind it. I had to make that decision for myself of whether or not if I wanted to continue pursuing this person, because I'm like, all right, they seem more mature. They seem to have a really good head on their shoulders and a good outlook on life. So it made me like, all right, that's what attracted to them in the first place. Mm-hmm. So I was just kind of like, damn, I know they're gonna have that immaturity is gonna show somewhere. It's gonna show in some areas, and I had to like really like question myself and see like, yo, if I'm willing to deal with that, if I'm willing to put up with that once it finally shows up, because that's a decision I have to make. Whether or not if I'm dating somebody younger than me. Because most people, they think like, oh, when you're dating somebody younger, you get to mold them into how you want them to be.
It sounds like
that's
parenting.
grooming. That's grooming.
Yeah.
It sounds like parenting. That's what that sounds like.
And I'm never for that. I'm like, yo, you be your own person. You can grow into whoever you want to be and whoever you're supposed to be. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to parent nobody. I'm here to be along this ride with you. I'm not here to shape your road for you.
So do you think that's a danger of like, if you're the older person in that situation, you feel like it might lean over to that, like, oh, I might be molding you.
And it depends on the older person's perspective in that situation. But there are younger people, whether it not be younger men or younger women, who seek elderly people because they feel like they're more mature. But in reality, they're dealing with certain issues that they don't want to deal with. So they want to be, put on to somebody who's more established and more settled in life because they can create the stability that they're missing.
Okay.
To lack
peace. Yeah, exactly. To lack for that. So that was like a situation I had to deal with, and I went forward. And once the immaturity started showing, I was like, "Damn, our news was coming. I got to deal with it. Can't complain. Like I really can't complain.
Gotta bite the bullet."
Yeah, exactly. But eventually it became too much, and it ended up causing the rift between me and the person. And that was just something that really made me think of the next topic that I wanted to talk about with dating a younger person. Is do you guys think that it's possible to really take them seriously, but like take their opinion seriously for somebody who's younger than you and has less life experiences than you? Is it really possible to see them as an equal and respect their opinion on things?
Like the way I see it is like if they have like a serious opinion about something, like if it's an actual like issue in the relationship or like a social issue or anything like that, and they actually have like a clear, coherent like outlook and thought upon it, I feel like I could take them seriously. But if they're just like, oh wow, that's messed up, and that's it,
crazy.
Exactly. Yo, that's crazy. Facts. Wow,
even the
that's
lingo
wild. Exactly. Yeah, the way they address certain things, like that would alert me to how like mature they are. So if it's just like if they actually give me a full-fledged conversation, like if we're talking about something that's happening in the political world, or like I said, like a social issue, or like things along like that nature, and you can actually give me like a back and forth conversation, like we're actually arguing different points, then I feel like you are mature beyond your years. But if you're just like, yo, that's crazy.
What about people who are like fake deep and fake intelligent?
That's a hard thing.
Why are you talking about Stephon like that?
What is he trying to be fake deep?
Man, shout out to Stephon.
Shout out to Steph. Shout out to him. I really feel like that fake woke, fake deep shit. I mean, a lot of people want to connect with that because they feel like that gives them more alignment with, a purpose and doing something and feeling like complete, like you said. And sometimes if they can't find that from a person, they'll just try to act that way so that way they can attract more people like that. Mm-hmm. And then they get kind of mixed up in something that they really don't understand. And it's like, it seems like they try to mature, but it's not really a maturity. It's just an act, That's the thing that sucks. There's a lot of actors out here. There's a lot of people that want to pretend, and it's mostly going back to that one age-old adage. Nobody wants to look stupid.
That's a fact. Like I feel like people who are fake woke and fake deep, they're just doing it, especially on social media, just to get attention.
Clout.
Exactly. Like they put up shit like, "Oh, I quit," or things like that, just to have people comment like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, talk to me, yo. I'm here for you." And then it'll just be like, "Oh no, I quit." Like taking like other people's advice, or I quit letting other people like make my road for me. And it's like, yo, you could have just like you could have just not said that shit, because like whatever personal shit. Like
because now it comes down to is there more discrimination we got to do on our end to basically say, hey, all right, are we going to allow these people that we know damn well last week they was posting some ratchet meme, and now this week they said, you know what, nah, I found spirituality, my third eye is open, my chakras are aligned. Yo, I feel like the Ninja Turtles up in here.
I thought you were gonna say the Avatar or some shit like that.
I've reached Avatar state.
No,
the koi fish is coming up, and I'm here right now. I'm lit.
I'm just listening.
You just playing with the buttons.
I dare Ozai to say something to me now.
Right, you're getting way too off topic.
Nah. We gonna go back to it.
You're getting off topic. You're getting off topic way too much.
But yes. I feel like that, just to bring it back, we have to kind of do better in how we differentiate who we connect with, because that we add to it.
Yeah, and sometimes, and that's the lesson that I learned just dating a younger person, is just that, sometimes it's really, the number of an age can really throw you off, or, to a person. Or just like, you just like not take them seriously. You're like, oh, you don't know, you're too young, da-da-da. And age doesn't determine maturity, experiences do.
Exactly.
Yes. So, sometimes once you hear somebody's age, instead of just reacting and just just throwing them off like that, blowing them off, you can just like ask them more, inquire more, and try to see like, yo, ask them questions like, yo, what's the hardest thing you've ever been through? How do you deal with stressful situations? Dig into things that really like speak to a person's psyche and their mentality, and that way you can really tell the depths of their maturity when you're getting to know a person. Those are the type of questions that you should be asking on first dates.
Mm-hmm. Why are you looking at me?
Did you hate questions on the first
date? I hate
date?
a million questions on the first date. Like,
how many questions then?
How many that sounds like
21.
That sounds like another topic for another video. Like,
no, we can get this going now, bro.
You could have just said one number. I would have moved on.
All right, so boom. If you asking me more than like 30 questions on the first date,
30's the limit.
Yes.
All right. We'll dig into that on another episode.
How short is the date?
Like, if we out to like dinner and a movie and like we're eating.
Nah, if you ask me questions during the movie, shorty, you gotta go.
I mean, that's a fact. That's like, yo,
security.
Like, if it's a movie that we both haven't seen before, and you ask me, who's that? Shut up. I'm watching the same movie as you.
Who are you?
Who are you? Shoot the fam. What are you doing? What?
But no, that's
stop touching me. Let go.
That is just what we think about, when it comes to all the little different intricacies of dating a person younger than you, or being in a situation of being the younger person dating an older person. I remember when I was like 18 working at Macy's, I had the older chicks at the job like looking at me like a young piece of meat, like, oh yeah, you can go all night. Like, whoa, Miss Sherry. I'm just here to cash out these customers.
Just cashing them out.
That's all I'm.
Stop looking at me like that.
Exactly.
Clean up in aisle me.
Please no. But that's what we think about
his
it.
Tight pants today.
I'm working in the kids section. That's what we think about it. Let us know what you think about it. Hit us up on our personal social medias, guys. What are your social medias?
Godzilla _ kinda on Instagram.
And on Instagram, I am Rojo Fiasco.
Yeah. And, hit us up there or hit me up, Evan Combest, on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, or go to the Can We Not Facebook page or comment it on the YouTube video and let us know what you think.
Exactly. Speaking of the YouTube video.
Oh, yes. Speaking of the YouTube video, I don't have my laptop back, so you're probably not going to see any video this week because I only put up 2 ahead of time. So if I don't get my laptop back, you may not see a video.
Sorry.
Not at all.
But you can still listen to us on...
And you can listen to older audios and make up for it.
Yes. Catch up. Can we not?
Yes.
Get these views.
And going into viewer questions, that goes me into the next topic.
There you go.
Questions.
That was smooth. Yo, you're getting really good with these segues.
It's not going to be as good as you just keep awkwardly acknowledging it as I'm doing it.
Stop acknowledging it.
Like, hey guys, I'm starting this topic. Wow, Evan, you're really great when you start
doing
these
really
topics.
good with these plugs, man.
It's like, Jesus Christ, can I do it?
Shout out to
Can I
Pumpkins and
finish?
Pumpkin Spice from Starbucks, though. Pumpkin Spice coming back.
But
we want to appeal to all of our audiences.
we had a couple. I sent out a feeler on my Instagram about any questions that people want us to talk about, and you niggas is just not you guys.
Wildin'.
Yeah,
are they wildin'?
Yes,
They were wildin'?
What can we
Yes.
not?
What was the
have?
wildest question that you got?
They asked me about period sex.
Okay, well, I mean, that's still something that has to be brought up. It has to be brought up.
It has.
Can we not talk about it?
Okay.
You guys can talk about it.
What do you mean clocking out? This is a human
You can't
thing.
clock out. You the host.
You,
You cannot clock out of a show that you're
pay
hosting.
for the studio. You pay.
Get back on the mic.
If you don't stop doing this. Oh, well, okay. How do you feel about it?
I mean, listen. If you,
Never mind.
No. I'm serious.
I know exactly how you feel about it.
No, if you're with your girl and then she if you're already in the middle of getting hot and heavy with her, if y'all already in the middle of having sex and then she happens to catch a period, why you give me that look?
Finish.
Finish? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm a man of my word. If I'm laying,
a man of my word. Period.
Exactly.
Okay.
Find your button. Find your button.
I don't. Okay.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna say this because it was told to me by a person that I was involved with that during that time it helps relieve the stress of the cramps.
Boo! Get the fuck out of here!
So I'm not supposed to help my partner out if that's
Exactly.
how they feel, like they can be alleviated. They're having cramps, they're in pain.
There's medication, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
But damn,
but
you know,
shit.
what if there's natural medication too?
Yeah, this dick.
Okay, I didn't say that. I didn't say you had to go all that. Okay, listen. If the partner within that situation is the one that would like to partake in that, I'll give some consideration, but I'll also be a little cautious.
Wow.
All right, I'm just saying, it's hard to listen, man. Listen,
Y'all niggas, all right, whatever, stop. Y'all niggas is nasty. I gotta stop, y'all.
how is listen?
Exactly.
If
No,
the person,
Evan, you go. Go ahead.
yeah,
Evan,
go ahead. Give your thoughts on
No,
this.
I'm not doing it.
You're
Why?
not doing it because
No,
you don't want to
and,
do it.
and for what you just said was ridiculous. You was not you, Kai, but you, Kenneth, is ridiculous about. If I'm just happen to be in there and then it just she don't know her cycle.
That's a little wild.
Sometimes it happens
Yeah,
off
a day or
guard.
two early, but
Yeah.
you're aware of it.
Yeah.
You're aware of it. That
Yes.
should be a pre-warning going into it before things
So
happen.
you're saying that?
Yes, I've been warned every single time.
Okay, so
Every
week
time.
ahead.
So a week ahead is
Yes,
all
I
right.
get a week heads up. Like, yo, this is.
So I can't
you
fuck
gotta
for 2
chill.
weeks. So I
Yeah.
can't fuck for 2
Yeah.
weeks. Wow.
Yeah, chill,
Wow.
relax,
Wow.
relax, sit
Relax.
on the bench.
Wow.
What
Sit
if
on
the
the bench.
person?
Wow.
What if the
Get your
person
stamina back.
is
Wow.
in that
You can't
same?
hold it in for a week.
No.
You can't just touch. You can't handle yourself.
Can we not?
Yeah, that's what happens.
But can we not be able
You're
to
nasty.
please them within that sense that they need? If
Some
they
help.
ask,
With a nice, comforting
if they
hand on the
ask,
shoulder.
No, because listen,
You
I
rude,
remember
bro.
hearing that. I remember hearing that it was able to.
I'm sure
alleviate-
it does.
And so you wouldn't do that?
No.
If they'd like
'Cause
die,
there's
like,
other
oh
things.
my god,
It ain't the only thing that can help.
Evan,
Dick ain't the only
Evan,
thing
you
that can
come
help.
best all the time,
It
but
ain't the
right
only
now I
thing.
need it just
Stop.
the one time.
Stop.
Stop. No, listen, I'm telling
Find
you
your
this.
button.
No, don't find your button. You know why? Because this is something that we need to address.
That's true.
If we, as men,
Mm-hmm.
can't adhere to somebody else of the opposite sex and saying, hey, you know what? I need this in this moment.
Yeah.
I need
Like-
you to be here for me in this moment.
Like,
even though
yeah.
I'm still going through all this, I still want you to be as close to me as possible. Our passion knows no bounds. Not even a monthly cycle that checks in with us and tells us that I'm not pregnant.
Exactly.
Listen. All right.
Whatever.
I feel like that's the man in you, man. They say this is a big rich town, but right now you ain't looking real rich.
We got the power to do that
guess.
shit. Come on, fam.
Yeah,
Like,
we do.
Exactly. Like
It's
especially if it's no,
okay,
especially
it's
if
everybody's
it's like,
choice in the situation. Let's just say that it's everybody's choice in the situation. Would
Exactly.
I do it? I would do it just to help out the partner, and also say, hey, you know what?
Because
All
you
right.
want to do it. That's why.
No, not
like,
even.
I actually have a story. Like no.
No, share your story, bro.
Okay.
Like a woman I was involved with, like she was on birth control, which sometimes led to her like bleeding down there outside of her cycle.
Okay.
So there'd be times like she and I would be getting intimate and that would happen. So it's like I know it's not her cycle. She knows it's not her cycle because like her cycle always happened like towards the end of the month or some shit like that. So if we're in the middle of the month and that shit happens, like okay, that's there, whatever. Just put a towel down and then boom. Because there would be no spotting beforehand, and then just like as soon as I get started, that's happening. Like I'll just put a towel down, like, and then we just finish up.
Do you
like,
feel like we shy away from that though?
What do you mean?
At times where it's just like that. That's like a thing that we as men we're just like, oh yeah, all right. Okay, I'll walk away from it.
No,
I'll go to the store and get you some chocolate.
All right, stop.
You need what?
All right, we've hit an impasse.
I'm just saying.
No, we haven't.
No, because Evan doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't like it.
I know I stand firm in my position.
You can.
You've explained.
That's perfectly
You've
fine.
explained why. You've explained your position and your reasoning.
He's getting grossed out.
Yeah, you've explained. You both have explained your positions and
Okay.
your reasoning why.
All right.
I disagree. So let the viewers talk about it.
Okay.
If y'all get judged,
Will you do it?
You did it to yourselves.
Exactly.
So
If,
y'all
like
can come at them however y'all want.
listeners and viewers, if y'all not with period text, or if you would, put it in the comment section down below, or like you can hit us up on our social medias. Especially Evan. You can judge Evan in his DMs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Ladies, come judge me. Yeah, come judge me. I'll make sure to bring a rag. You nasty motherfuckers.
Wow. This man.
The next question that we had was about. This is from a close friend of the show. He wanted to know about self-realization and just like finding yourself in your mid-20s and like what does it feel like and what are some things to help you find doing
clarity.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You asking?
Yes, I'm asking you guys.
Okay, what is like for like you're asking for our individual stories of like how we like gain clarity in our mid-20s, like oh shit, this is what I want to do or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll start.
Yeah,
I feel like I was like 23, 24, and I was working at Sears, I believe, at the time, and I was like, you know what, this isn't what I want to do. I don't want to do retail jobs anymore. I don't want to work for like big companies like this. I want to do something that I've always had like a passion for, like for the majority of my life, which is martial arts. So I eventually found my way into a martial arts instructing like position, which I've been doing now for the better part of like 4 years. Mm-hmm. And now I'm working towards like.
How do you feel doing it?
I feel very fulfilled. Like, yes, there are hard days. Yes, there are days where I just don't want to do it. But like, that's anything. That's with any job or any position that you're in, where it's like if you're tired, if you're not feeling well, if it's just been like a long couple of days or a long week or month or something, like you just don't want to do it sometimes. Like it's like, you know what, I could take a day or two off or like a week's vacation or something like that, which is perfectly healthy. But like, there's nothing else that I want to do. I don't see myself as the type of person who works in a cubicle, working a 9 to 5, wearing a shirt and tie all the time. Like, that's not me. There are people who are fit for that, so they can do that. What about you?
For me, I've just always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to just feel helpful and have that kind of sense to just be needed in the world. So,
and how do you feel being in a position of doing that?
I feel like with what I'm doing right now, the work I'm doing, and being in the position I'm in within a high school that, you know, is in my hometown, I get to be an active member within my community and say, well, this is something that I can help foster, which is, you know, change and growth within my own community, not only with, you know, the job I'm in, but also the youth that I impact.
That's good.
So I think that was a lot of it for me. And a lot of what I do right now, like, you know, just working with music and also trying to at least bridge the gap in between my job and music, it's like you see that more and more as you go towards it. Okay, this is like, you know, being more fleshed out, and you're aligning yourself with more of what it is that you want to do within, your whole purpose. So I think to reach that level, I definitely did have to spend time with myself. And I think I got more of that around this time, I want to say. Like, around, 27, 28. Yeah. And I feel like it can be at any point.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be 20s. It can be, when you're
30s,
14.
yeah.
It can be when you're 30. It could be when you're 40. Anytime.
Yeah.
But, it's just a matter of, for me personally, you have to take time to yourself to know yourself.
Yeah.
And to be able to, kind of deprogram yourself from everything else that's just saying, hey, this is your interest. This is what you should be purposeful with.
No, but I mean, sometimes you got to stop listening to the outside voices telling you what you need to be doing, and sometimes you need to sit down and maybe just write what are your interests and what you're interested in, and then write those down, and then try to explore each of them and see what brings what type of fulfillment, and whichever does bring you a more better sense of fulfillment, you explore it more, you explore the depths of it, you explore all the different options that come with it, and you'll help find your way and find what you love doing, because that's what I did, and it helped me out the best way possible, and it helped me really stop doing things that weren't going towards that, because I feel like that's another big issue within your 20s. You have to manage so much responsibilities, so many things are thrown at you that you have to balance and juggle so many things that you feel like maybe what you're passionate about isn't what you're spending most of your time going towards, and you should be spending just as much time towards your passion as you are with other responsibilities that you may need to work going out that might help you out in the future for that passion, whatever your plan B is, or however it is you're doing it, whether it be through college or working a job to help pay bills. But yeah, that's just what I think about. That's the type of advice that I have, and you guys can also send your advice down and what you want to do with that, and however else you guys want to handle that, because I just feel like that was just needed for some of those guys. And that's the end of that topic. And guys, were you ready for the next topic?
Sure.
Yeah, of course, by all means. Let's do that.
What?
Some more friend. Hey.
This is the next topic. Yes. Insecure happened. My man Lawrence.
He's back, baby.
He's back. Lawrence is back on Insecure. All right, that's it.
that's his theme song as soon as he comes back. Actually, I'm waiting to watch tonight's episode.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you didn't.
The thing is that we film these episodes before the episode airs, so we always end up talking about the week prior. But guys, episode Insecure happened. What do you guys? Did you watch it, Kenneth?
No, I didn't.
Akai, what did you think of it? Was it good? Was it bad?
I liked the fact that they emphasized the need for the girls' road trip, and they were really pushing it. Because I feel like even despite gender or anything like that, you need that with friends. You need to be able to say, hey, I'm with my day one, so to speak, and we doing something big, and we coming together for natural cause to just have fun and enjoy ourselves. Yeah. And that after a whole big breakup, and that for people moving on, even their friend, the one that's moving on, she's pregnant.
Oh,
I forgot a name on the show.
Amanda Seals,
but her character, she felt like at one point I don't know if we're gonna be friends the same way, because I'm moving on.
I'm doing different things.
I'm doing different things, and I feel like that comes up sometimes, and that's another moment of insecurity. They touch on, and I feel like they do that so artfully on the show, because they kind of bring it up in a manner where it's it's subtle, but it's it's impactful. Even with that whole moment where Lawrence. He came back. He just showed up. He's like, yo.
The turn of the Mac. I don't want to get sued, so I just have to say.
The Big Mac coming back.
Yeah.
But how'd you feel watching it?
Low key, I'm starting to feel like the show is trash.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
How so?
Because you got a bunch of women and they're doing shit, but none of them are winning. It's just kind of annoying right now. I'm like,
wait a minute.
Nobody's winning. Nobody's doing great in life.
Really?
I don't want to watch a bunch of losers.
The show is named Insecure.
Yeah, they can be insecure, and I love those deep moments that they have sometimes. But it's if they're not doing that, they just feel like ratchet banfoonery is just the go-to move.
Wow. I don't think they're moving like that. I don't think they're moving in sicko mode like that.
She got electrocuted for 3 minutes.
Damn.
They had to stretch that out. They had to stretch that scene out. We get it.
I get that.
Oh, she's fat. She's jiggling. Look at her. Look at her jiggling while she's getting electrocuted.
Listen.
All right, this is kind of getting old and come on.
Listen,
on.
they try to add the comedy aspect, but also at the same time they say, hey,
The
you know,
show is
things
funny
happen.
when it, in other areas. That
Yeah.
type it's not good at physical comedy.
Yeah,
that show was not. It was awkward.
Maybe they just tried. It was an insecurity that they didn't want to show. So, at the end of the day,
sometimes you have to flush out what's funny to you and what's funny to other people.
Exactly.
But the main thing I want to talk about in the episode is my nigga Lawrence is back.
Imagine you put the bass in your voice like, hey, yo, my nigga Lawrence is back. Yo,
Lawrence is back.
Yo, that's my nigga. Can't get enough of your love, baby.
Yeah.
My darling Lawrence.
Mm-hmm. So what do y'all think?
I really feel like that there's a return of something that a lot of other fans have been griping about this whole season. Where is Lawrence? I don't want to watch this. Why are you guys gonna do this? And
hey, oh my god!
honestly, I'll say this. I feel like it's not necessary to bring him back though. Because she's moving on. She's doing her own thing. She's in a new place.
You ain't never had ads just pop up in your life randomly?
Yes.
And try to just reconnect?
All right, you're doing too much right now. All right, you know too much right now. Listen.
Without personal shit.
Yes, okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it happens. And I feel like, I'm glad they addressed that. But now I feel like at this stage in the game, it seems like what they're trying to do is just like show, okay, this is what Lawrence has been up to. Like they did a really good scene with that. Well, not a scene, but the whole episode, like last season finale. They showed the both of their their
storylines. Both of their storylines, kind of how they're separating from each other. And at the end of the season, they had that moment of confrontation,
exactly,
of talking to each other, and they had closure.
And that's what I felt was like a really good window to like explore. I feel like they might do that next episode and say, hey, Lawrence has been up to this and whatever, and he might just sprinkle back in until the end of the season. But I feel like it's not necessary. It's like, yo, you got to treat it like a real relationship.
I feel like
you
they're
gotta
going to tease
on.
the idea of them getting back together, but it's not going to work.
I don't want that.
Because they said that in the preview.
I don't want it though.
Me neither. I feel like that's trash. I feel like that's trash.
It's a cop out.
Yeah, that's a cop out trash. Like, don't tease that, and then I don't care.
If they become good friends and they show that dynamic, because it could happen. Like,
my thing about
can we not be good friends with our exes?
No.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, yeah, there's a fine line, but
a fine line.
Well, for him, it's a yellow line.
Comment down below. What?
Police tape.
Wow. You're funny. You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
You're not. You're snitching on yourself.
Wow.
Trying to save you. But I feel like that's just a cheap way of like the way they're playing their characters.
It's not.
And no, it's a cheap thing.
Not.
To flaunt the ex in the face and like flaunt this idea of them getting back together is like, no, she's moving on. She's doing other things with her life. Let her do that. Let her explore this new dude.
Exactly.
Like, if anything, like, because then what's the point of exploring new shit if you're gonna always keep going back to the old shit? And have we been in situations like that where you've been single and you just keep falling back to your ex?
I feel like that's happened, but I think it's more or less. I will say why, and I will say my reasoning for it. I feel like the people that I interacted with, I tried to gain that relationship outside of it, something that was more, of a foundation of saying, I don't want it to just be like, oh, well, we were romantic together. If I've shared good times with you, I'm going to like at least acknowledge it and, see what our common interests were that connect us and made a strong foundation outside of just a regular romantic relationship,
Well, sometimes I feel like it really comes down to the reason of why you may have broken up.
Okay.
Because if you broke up for like bad reasons and time passed,
maybe
that's we've
different.
grown, maybe we've changed, and then let's try this again because we did have something really good when it was good. Or there's sometimes like, we grew apart. We're just two different people. It was a natural, mutual, like, all right, this isn't working for us, and then you can break up, see each other, and just ignore, hey, what's going on, and just keep it pushing.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's what should be happening in Insecure. Like, we just don't work. We grew apart. It's different. Or sometimes situations got too muddied, and it's like there's too many like spilled milk on the table to fix. To like, just get a new table. Sometimes you just got to get a new table. You messed up, like you spilt the milk and messed up the paper napkins.
But then I feel like you're just avoiding a problem. Then
you have to fix so much, and it's not going to be the same.
Yeah,
but
if you replace the things that made the relationship thing, it's not going to be the same because now it's under these new terms and conditions. So you're chasing an old type of feeling. You're chasing
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're never gonna get that same fulfillment you once had.
Yeah,
because
definitely
you're always
not.
gonna have those thoughts of
You're-
like, oh, we're going back here again. Like, it's such a rough
See,
thing to.
and I felt like that in some points. And I'll admit, like, you know, you kind of get like that kind of like within close proximity, you get a different thought process, a different mindset. But at the same time, I looked at it as, okay, I enjoy this person as a person. I want to be able to see this person as a person, not just like, oh, this is a partner that I had, or this is a person that I have relations with. No, like, I think we got to address the milk that's on the table and not just throw out the whole fucking table.
Makes
Like,
sense.
you know, like, clean up your mess.
It's cool to try, but sometimes
I'm not saying
you have
you
to
have
be able
to-
to. Yeah.
Like, force the
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
Like,
It's
I'm
just-
saying, like, hey, if you can be cordial, be cordial.
But if it gets to a point where it's unfixable, you have to acknowledge that.
You're gonna have to abandon shit.
Yeah, exactly.
you know-
yeah, you don't want to press an issue that doesn't need to be pressed. I understand that much, but I'm just saying if there is an opportunity to be able to
That's honorable.
continue
Yeah, and
a
try to
friendship,
fix- yeah,
like
that's very
I think
honorable.
within a situation that I just got out of, I'm still finding that like nice line and medium of saying, okay, we did have a lot of negative experiences, but we also had positive experiences that connect us even now. And I'm not going to dishonor that by just saying, oh, well, you know, you did me wrong in the end, so that's it. Oh, you know, like I gave away a PS2 or not, you know, or a Wii U.
Wait,
Hey.
a PS2. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait a
did
minute.
what
we'll
you
talk.
had to
We'll
do.
talk in the car.
Wait a minute.
We'll talk in the car, bro.
You did what you had to do.
Talk in the car, bro.
But did you have anything you wanted to add?
Nah.
All right, so guys, that's what we think about that. You can let us know what you think about
Yeah,
like
yeah.
exes coming back and dealing with exes and all of that. And is it okay to take them back?
Can we not?
Yeah. And speaking of can we not take back our exes, speaking of can we not, we have these official can we not stickers
It's
made by
lit.
Tone the producer. He has produced these lovely stickers, and I feel like he's giving them away. So we're gonna give them away to some of our, faithful listeners.
Yes.
JP Raps, Jack Casey,
Wait
Jade.
a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, JP.
Charisse.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hey,
the realest nigga living. We're gonna give them away.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
our-
no,
some of
that
our
sounds
listeners,
good.
So if you
That
want
sounds
to,
really
if
good.
if you're watching the video, these is what they look like. That's in the camera.
There you
Bam,
go.
bam, bam,
Bam,
And
biggity
if you
bam.
want them, if you're interested in them, hit us up.
Yes.
or hit up Tone at King Tone.
How many we
730.
got there? How many we got?
We got
there?
about 12.
12.
12. So the first 12.
Yeah.
First come, first serve.
You know they gonna be getting like hotcakes. We got 11 now.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got 10. We got,
We got 9.
We got 9 of them.
We got
So we
9.
got 9 of them motherfuckers
Exactly.
just chilling on the table. Because you know
the
we got
first
put
9.
one on
The first
ourselves.
9 of y'all to hit us up.
The first 8 that come in now. If you guys can
They're just
selling
damn.
like hotcakes.
Yo, there's only 3 left.
Oh
There's
man.
only 3.
Oh man.
There's no more left.
Wow.
Oh man.
Hit nobody up. Unsend your DM that you was writing.
You can slide back out now.
Yeah.
You have been blocked.
Yes. Don't hit me up.
Don't at me, bro.
Don't
Don't
at
at me, bro. Yo, where's our Can We Not podcast stickers? Nah, don't at me, bro.
Why you at me?
Ain't
Leave me
me.
alone.
Wrong
Get
podcast.
the fuck out my inbox.
Get the fuck out of here. It didn't work.
No, it's not plugging all the way.
It's not plugged in all the way.
Boo.
Get the fuck out of here.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
Here we go.
But yeah.
All right. Next.
Yeah.
Next.
Next thing on the agenda. I'm going to open it up to you guys. We got about 10 minutes left on the podcast. I wanted
Okay.
to know if there was something that you guys want, any issues that you guys felt strongly about this week. I feel like I headlined too much.
You,
Give you
I
guys
mean,
some give you guys some
Maybe that's the issue that you headline too much.
talk about it.
let's talk about it.
No.
What's
This,
the beef?
I don't got 10 minutes is enough time to unpack all that tea. All right. So
So what's you got to unpack today?
so on
Spill the tea, sis.
relax. On my Instagram I did a little poll because I watch other podcasts other than our own. You know, I watch good podcasts. I won't name them now.
Saying we're not good.
No,
he's
we-
watched other, like other, I
Okay.
like podcasts.
All right, that's
Exactly.
Go ahead, finish.
So I watched
drugs too.
other podcasts, and I saw a young man. He was talking about how like there's very little privacy in relationships nowadays because of all the social media apps and stuff that we have. So he was saying, you know, like fellas, if you're trying to keep your passcode on your phone away from your girl, just stop because she already got it. If you're trying to keep your password away from your girl for your Facebook, your Instagram, like Snap, all that stuff, don't even try it because she got it. And he said that it's because of all the social media that like guys are trying way harder to hide like stuff from their significant others, and then vice versa, girls are doing the same as well. So I asked fellas, are you okay with giving your password out to your significant other? And then I had about like 16 responses. About 75% of them were like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care, I don't got nothing to hide. And then like
I was in that, yes.
Exactly. So was Akai. And then there were those few shady dudes who were like, nah, I can't do that.
Where do you fall in that?
Where do I fall? She can see what's ever in my DMs. I don't care.
Making sure you wasn't one of
Exactly.
those shady
I'm not no ain't shit nigga. In that form of fashion.
Okay.
I'm an ain't shit dude. He was like, wait a minute, don't lie now.
Don't say.
Don't lie now.
Lying on your name right now.
Sick of you niggas lying on this podcast. Thank you for being honest.
Yes.
I'm complicated.
Complications.
So, but then I had to ask the other side of the spectrum, like, ladies, do you actually need the passcode to your man's phone or to the password to his social media? And I had about the same amount of responses, but it was the opposite. Like a lot of women were saying, like, yes, I do.
What?
Yeah. Except for the homie Sharice. Sharice was like, nah, I don't need that. I trust him. So, like, I respect you, because she did explain it. She was like, yo, I don't need it, but if he's gonna offer it, I'll take it, but I don't actually need it.
Gonna offer the here you go.
So wait, how
That's
do
a
we feel
little
about
weird.
women who like really like try to like, yo, I need that. What's your thing?
That's
Give
a
me.
little.
That's upsetting, because it's like, yo, if you don't trust me, why are you with me?
I want to know what's going on.
If
I
you
need
don't-
it for clarity.
Okay, if you don't trust me, we don't need to be together.
It's
I'm
not
not hiding
that-
nothing, but you like.
No, I need to be with you, little young man. But
young man. No,
man.
I'm not the young looking one
no,
here.
so you never had a woman
Put
try
your face to your phone.
emasculation
Unlock
call
it.
you young man.
No,
What? Wait.
no, I've never had
Are
a
you speaking
significant
from
other call me
experience?
like, yo, hey, yo, little boy.
Wait.
So don't talk to me like that, little boy. Wow, did I?
Are you
Did I cut it? Oh, I'm sorry. Evan.
He's speaking from experience, though. No,
but, yeah, back to the point, because we don't have that much time left.
Okay, I'll say
If
That-
a woman's like
that's-
really pressing to get it,
that's a little bit
because even though I'm
it's
like, yeah,
way
I'm gonna
too
give
much.
it to you anyway, but now that you
like
demanding
don't
it,
press. I mean,
Yeah, don't-
listen.
yeah.
That's like me saying the same for like, hey, like give me the code to your Sephora account. I don't know, like something.
no, give me the code to your bank.
Your bank. Well, hey,
Give me that pin number.
stick them up, lady.
What's the security code? What's the 3 digits on the back?
Just tell me over.
Oh,
the
I
you
took
phone.
it while you was asleep. But
Exactly.
It was too faded. I took the picture while you was asleep.
You was,
needed a
you was
little-
rolling over. I couldn't focus it enough.
Yeah.
I think it's a really damaging thing with the culture now, because you leave a digital footprint and you're all over the place, and people want to keep tracks and tabs on you. So, I mean, it is only right that it goes with the culture of like not feeling trustworthy of your partner. But the thing that sucks is that we have so much information that people can just misconstrue it and say, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to need to see this. And they get that paranoid.
Yeah.
And they get into that kind of like sick obsession with needing to know what's going on.
Shout out to the Need to Know podcast.
Need to
Hey.
know. But see, we just
Yo,
Always
that's one of the
doing it.
podcasts I watched. Yo, they
always
good.
doing-
No, they are really good. Shout out to
Yeah, they
Stephon
are.
and A and all of them, and Steph, the lovely
Yeah.
Steph. Shout out to all of them. But
Hey.
nah, I feel like, to go back to the point of the topic, I feel like with me, any woman who feels like they are entitled to any of my personal
Information like that.
information, personal space, who like want to get in my, who feel entitled to that, is like, no, ma, nah. I'm gonna give it to you if a situation arises where it's like, oh damn, my hands are busy. Yo, babe, you go on my phone real quick, or just like somebody texting me and I'm playing
Yeah,
the
answer
game.
the text and
Yeah,
such,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, my code is da da da. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
That's innocent. That's fine. I know I'm
Yeah.
not doing nothing, but like if you're demanding it, now I gotta I gotta dig into why you demanding it. What's
Exactly.
going on? What's going on in your head? Who hurt you?
who left you out here waiting after 13 missed calls?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm
How many times has a woman called you guys consecutively?
I don't want to answer because you know the answer.
Wait, what?
Because we had discussed this in our group chat, and then Evan exposed me. He was like,
you
"Yo,
expose yourself."
No, I didn't. Evan exposed me. He was like, "Yo, I know Kenneth got the most." I was like, "Come on, fam. Why we got to do this?"
I'd say probably like light 10.
A light 10 in a row?
Light 10.
How many
in a row.
times they light you up in a row, Kenneth?
Tell us.
50.
That's insane. Mine was
Wait.
24. I've had 24 calls consecutively. Just bam, 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 bam. At 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Was it for some bam, 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 bam?
Yes,
bam,
it
bam?
was.
What?
And I woke up and I clocked in.
Gotta go to work.
Exactly.
What?
But 50 phone calls is crazy.
Wait,
did
was
you ever
it-
answer? What,
No.
What were you doing? Wait,
I was sleeping.
You sure you weren't in a coma? Like,
who?
dead? Like,
Sleeping with who?
My pillow. That's the response I
doesn't
got
sound
when
like
I explained like, yo, I'm asleep and my phone's on vibrate. Oh, who you sleeping with? Nobody, nigga. God damn, leave me alone. Leave me alone, lady. Jesus.
I only go to work and see you. That's it.
That's exactly it. Like fuck.
Wait,
Like
wait.
you know I'm busy in 2K. Come
But
on.
what was the context of the 50 calls?
I don't even remember. It was like
Nah, I think after like the third phone call, women forget why they originally called.
exactly. Now they're just mad because I'm not answering
they're
the phone.
calling for an answer.
So
They
Exactly.
so wait a
want you
minute.
to
What,
pick
what
up.
so do we excessively call?
No.
Has there ever been a time?
I
don't
call
period.
I call 3 times if I actually need to be on the phone with you. Like if 3 times if you don't answer, I'm gonna leave you a text like, yo, call me back, or yo, I need to talk to you. That's it.
I just don't call.
I just send
Like
a text
I
about,
honestly
hey.
don't, yeah.
You know.
I honestly don't like being on the phone. Like if it can't be conveyed through a text, like see me face to face.
But
Like
there are some good
Can she
people
at
that you
you?
can have a conversation.
can she don't at me. Do not
Don't
at
at
me.
me, bro.
Do not
What about
at
you,
me.
Akai?
Nah, I mean, for me, it's just concerning. Unless I died, like, I don't know why you want to concern yourself with me 10 times in a row.
No, I mean, what about you hitting up
But me
somebody?
hitting somebody up, the same way. I don't like bothering people. That's why.
Yeah, me same. We don't like bothering niggas, and on that note, we done bothering you listeners with our podcast.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're going to have to wait till next week to get more heat. So if you got any more topic suggestions, any more questions, any more answers or replies, hit us up on our personal social medias. Once again, shout out to Sky's Crescent Radio. Shout out to City World Radio. Shout out to Jade. Shout out to Tone. It is
Shout out to these stickers, B. Yo,
Can
these is
We
fire.
Not Podcast. We are out of here.
Hey.
Cool.
I have no like